Hi there, my name is Theo from websitesmadeeasy.tv and welcome to another video in the series that teaches you everything you need to know about WordPress. Follow me click by click as I guide you through the process, and with these videos and my help you'll be creating beautiful websites in no time. In this video I'm going to be taking you through a WordPress theme tutorial where I'll be installing a brand new theme to my website and showing you some theme customization options you should be looking at when first installing your theme. These tips and tricks are essential to getting the most out of your website. And also remember to check out my previous videos over at websitesmadeeasy.tv for more essential WordPress tuition, and you can learn techniques used by big companies on their websites. So let's get started. The first thing is, if your website is on wordpress.com, you're not going to have the same capabilities that I'm going to be talking about here. So you should go over to websitesmadeeasy.tv and watch my previous videos on how you can create a website on wordpress.org. It's really easy. I guide you step by step, click by click, and you'll have your website up in no time. Also, I'm not talking about any kind of coding in this video. Here I'll be using the options already built into the theme to edit my website. Every theme has its own options and ways you can edit it, which makes WordPress so powerful and easy to use. What I have in my theme may be different in other themes, but we'll get into that in a moment. I recommend having a few tabs open while editing your website, one being the actual website you're going to be editing. The second tab should be your WordPress dashboard, so you have everything you need to edit your new website. The third tab is optional, and it is something that I'm going to be going over in another video. It's very helpful if you've just got your theme from the WordPress directory, because it's the WordPress community. And if you find your theme, there is a tab named Support, which lists every question ever asked about the theme. So if you ever get stuck on something, you can check it here, because in my experience, someone else has most likely been there, and there may be a solution. Okay, all done. Now, as you can see, here is the theme I have just installed, and it now says it's my currently active theme. Fantastic. I'm ready to go. If there's a theme you really like, but it doesn't have all the functions you want, don't worry, because remember, you can always add those functions using plugins. Using plugins is a game changer, so make sure you go and check out my other video, which covers plugins fully, over at websitesmadeeasy.tv. So first thing I'm going to do is under Appearance, and I'm going to click on Customize. As I said, this may be different for you. It may be theme options or something like that. This is where you will be able to customize your theme, and depending on what theme you have, this may have different options available to you. One thing I recommend before launching your website is to go through every option. It's a good idea to get to know every option and what it does in your theme. For example, let's look at the big title section. Click to see the options available, and I'm going to change the text of the red button on my website here. And here is where you can change the text under red button label. I'm going to type Contact Us. Then make sure that is saved by clicking on Save at the top. I'm going to go to my website, refresh the page, and as you can see, the button now says Contact Us. Changes are super fast, so it's easy to make adjustments and then go and see the changes live on your website. Back in the editor page, I have site title and tagline, which is really important to look at. These have an effect on how and where people find your website in search results. So use an appropriate site title and a tagline which describes briefly what your website is about. These are important for your website's SEO. SEO, or Search Engine Optimization, is something that I cover in depth, and it's for good reason. It is one of the most important things to get right towards getting your website found in search engines and getting more visitors. You can learn about SEO and lots more at websitesmadeeasy.tv. Next, I'm going to the general options. Here I can add my own logo if I have one. I can also add copyright information here, and I can add all my social media links so anyone visiting my website can easily find me on my social media as well. Below that, I've got icons for different sections. So this one is for my email section, and below that the email I want to use to receive emails from visitors to my site. Below that, the phone number icon with phone number, and the address icon with a box to add my address. Here we have options for the different sections of the theme, such as our focus section, which is this section if I scroll down here. And if I wanted to change the title of this section to Portfolio, for example, I click Save, return to the website, refresh, and as you can see, it has changed. I've got all the sections of my website here to customize how I want to, as well as a Google Maps option to show a map of my location to visitors. As you can see, this is a pro version option, but this isn't necessary, so I'm going to leave it for now. Here I have an option to change the background image used at the top of my website. I'm not going to change this at the moment, but to do this, all I would do is click on Change Image, Upload Files, select which image I wanted to use, and then select it from my uploaded images. All really intuitive and easy. These are just some of the customization options. I also have settings and general, which have things like my site title and tagline again. WordPress URL and site address shouldn't be changed unless you know exactly what you're doing, as if you do change these, it can stop your website working properly and communicating with your hosting, and that can be really complicated to sort out. This is an advanced WordPress technique and of course is covered in another video on websitesmadeeasy.tv, because it is definitely something you need to learn in case this ever happens or if you ever want to change your website address. Okay, so next we have reading, writing and discussion, which have some good options relating to blogs, such as formatting, how you would like your front page to look, whether you would like it to be a static page or for it to show your latest posts. And also comment options, such as notifying you when someone leaves a comment on your website, and even if you want to allow people to comment or not. If you do you want it to be hidden until you have seen it? This means you can check comments before they go live on your website. All of these options are really beneficial to your WordPress website, and it's a good idea to get to know them and how they work. This is just the beginning of customizing your theme. We haven't even talked about widgets yet, and plugins can take your website to the next level. You can find both of these coming up later in this course or over at websitesmadeeasy.tv. Using WordPress themes is so easy, and there are so many benefits, from being responsive, tried and tested over time, always being improved and updated, and remember, they are completely free. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you found it useful, and if you did, please give it a quick thumbs up and even share it to Facebook. Please leave a comment, we would love to hear from you. You're going to love the rest of this video series on WordPress, where we will really dive into getting the most out of your WordPress site with more plugins and WordPress tricks. This is only the beginning and it will really help you connect with your visitors. If you'd like to learn more about WordPress and how you can leverage its full potential with endless themes and functionality based on your specific needs, join me over at websitesmadeeasy.tv.